feel so unsafe today. Oh, hi there! My name is Aaradhya, and today I'm going to show you what the difference about soil is. Soil is a lot of cool things, and at the end of our experiment, we are going to be doing a fun little activity. So, let's start. First, I have a bottle of water, and it has just a half of, very little water in the water bottle. And we can see that the water is totally clean. No mud, no anything. So, what we have over here is, we have pebbles, some sand, which we actually did not get actual sand, but we got some type of sand that I will call sandy soil. So it's soil, but it's called sandy soil. So it's one type of soil. So now we have that, and here we have loamy soils. I tried my whole best to search for it, and it's not so bad. So let's start our experiment. First, I'm going to take my pebbles, which I've got just a little few of them, and I'm going to be putting them into this water bottle. And I want you guys to raise up your hands and tell me what's the difference from them. Alright? So let's first drop our first pebble.
അമ്മമ്മ മൊത്തം തിരിച്ച് അയ്യോ
Really darker. No need for passing. Let's put a different sound. Let's put a sound here. Okay, so now if you see what has happened to the water, can you guys tell? The pebbles all went into this water bottle, and inside the water, now these rocks, as you can see, the little holes are reacting, and you can hear a very little sound going like zzz.
Okay.
And also, it releases all the air that's inside the rock once it is dropped into the water bottle. And also, what I want to say is, the thing about the rocks / pebbles is when you keep the pebbles into this, the water will become higher because this is very heavy. And also, these pebbles will also become scooped into the water because the water is very light and the rocks are very, very heavy. So, since the water is light, it'll scoop all the rock into itself. And now you can see that it sinks, not floats. So next, we are having these two to be left, right? We finished with the pebbles, and now we have the sandy soil and the loamy soil. So with this soil, let's take just a pinch of the sandy soil, alright? It looks just like this, and looks just like sand, but you can mostly find it in deserts. Okay? So now, with this soil, I'm going to add just a little by little and little by little into this. And you guys can tell me what's going on in this after. Oh, biscuits. That the water bottle still has water in it, and the sand went all the way down. The rocks we cannot really see anymore unless you keep it like that. So now what the difference is in here is the water turned a bit muddy. Since soil is brown and the water is very transparent, and its natural transparency is really, really transparent for the soil. The soil will put so much force on the water since it's very light at doing stuff, but very powerful. So when the soil reaches down here, it makes the water a bit dirty. You guys can all see that. And also, what has been changed in this is you cannot see the rocks anymore, and the rocks are all on the sides. But the sand is on the top. The rocks are in the bottom of the place right here, and the sands are on the top. So that's because the sand is really little particles, but the rocks are big. Now time for the loamy soil. So now at this point, everything will totally be changed and also weird. So we can see that our loamy soil has become a bit hard, but that's really alright. Let's start keeping it inside. Illusion starts. Now, a little bit of the loamy soil, as you can see. Before we kept the sandy soil into the water was completely normal. But just a second after we cut the loamy soil, maybe you did not see because I was far away, but the little sandy soil particles started to come up and increased it to the top, and all the rocks from it are still literally on the top, as you can see. And also, and when I was keeping it, I recognized that this floated here for some time and then started to sink. So now what we will learn from this experiment is that the water is very light and soil is very muddy and petals are made like really hard and with little air inside those little bubbles. And also, we've learned that soil is a very powerful thing. Okay, so now since we're finished our experiment, we have a little activity which I wanted to do because it'll be pretty fun. So let's keep this away and start our activity. So our activity needs some flour with some water and soap, some water with some soap and colors, and another pinch of water with some soap and another color. And our colors are purple and yellow. So what I want all of you, మీరు అందరూ ఏం చేయాలో నేను చెప్తాను. I will tell you now. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇవి రెండు ఉన్నాయి కదా, పర్పుల్ yellow ఏ కలర్ చేస్తాయి? నీ చేతుల పైకి పెట్టు, నీకు తెలిసినప్పుడు. ఏంటి
ఏ కలర్ వస్తుంది? ఆ రెండు మిక్స్ చేస్తే
ఇవి రెండు
ఎల్లో
పర్పుల్ మిక్స్ చేస్తే ఏ కలర్ వస్తుంది?
అదా
పర్పుల్
అదే కలర్ వస్తుంది.
చూపిస్తా. ఇవి రెండు ఉన్నాయి, ఓకే?
ఈ కలర్
ఇవి రెండు మిక్స్ చేస్తే ఏ కలర్ వస్తుంది?
ఈ కలర్.
ఈ కలరేనా? సరే, నువ్వు బ్రౌనా? నువ్వు నువ్వు
I choose red.
నువ్వు
వైలెట్ కలర్.
వైలెటా? నువ్వు ఈ రెండు కలర్స్
బ్రౌన్ ఆర్ గ్రే.
బ్రౌన్ ఆర్ గ్రే. గుడ్. సో ఇప్పుడు చూడొచ్చు, ఇవి రెండు మిక్స్ చేద్దాం. ఎవరు కరెక్ట్ చేస్తారో నేను చెప్తా, సరేనా? ఫస్ట్ ఎల్లో పోదామా పర్పుల్ పోదామా? ఏ పోదాం? ఎల్లోనా పర్పుల్?
ఎల్లో.
ఎల్లో పోదాం. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను దీంతో మిక్స్ చేస్తా. ఇప్పుడు ఎల్లో వాటర్, సరేనా? ఎల్లోలో పర్పుల్ వేస్తే ఏ కలర్ వస్తుంది చూద్దామా? మిక్స్ చేయాలి.
అయ్యో నేనన్న కలర్ అది
అది చెప్తా. అంతా చూడద్దు. సో అందరూ ఏ కలర్ వచ్చిందో నీకు చెప్పనా? చెప్పనా?
చెప్పు.
పింక్. అందరూ రాంగ్. నువ్వేం చెప్పినావు? గ్రీన్.
నేను పింక్.
నువ్వు గ్రీన్ చెప్పినా?
నేను పింక్ కలర్
అబ్బా.
పింక్ కలర్ అన్నది
నువ్వేం చెప్పినావు? రెడ్ కదా?
రెడ్
కొంచెం క్లోజ్.
అదే ఇళ్ళ లేదా పింక్
నువ్వేం చెప్పినావు?
ఉంటే పింక్ కలర్ వేస్తాను.
నువ్వేం చెప్పినావు? నువ్వేం చెప్పినావు? వైట్ కదా? వైలెట్ చెప్పినావు కదా? వైలెట్ క్లోజ్, కానీ కొంచెం వైట్ యాడ్ చేస్తే
కొంచెం పింక్ వచ్చింది.
బ్రౌన్ షేడ్ ఆఫ్ బ్రౌన్.
సేమ్ సరే మరి బాయ్ బాయ్. నెక్స్ట్ టైం మనం చూద్దాం.
బాయ్ బాయ్.